Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Man, I sure appreciate you watching. So today, the mission is talking about wealth. And we're very blessed. I didn't make a lot of money. So the key way to get rich as a horse trainer, well, the key way to become a millionaire, at least, if you're looking to become a millionaire as a horse trainer, the key way, the easiest way, is to start with about $12 million. I didn't have that. We grew up poor, broke. That's kind of why I kind of did what I did. We couldn't afford the fancy horses, so I had to learn, but also kind of a softer heart. But with the horse training, I had always thought about, again, my mom. I grew up mostly with my mom. My dad was very, very hard man, very selfish, very belittling. I tried several times to be around him, back and forth, and it always wound up in trouble. I wound up in trouble, broken. Towards the end, I learned, I vowed I would never come back until I had my own, because he would always dangle that carrot and kind of like lead you along, and then you never got to the prize. As much as you tried, you never got to whatever he promised you. So, yeah, and a lot of times you'd believe again and again and again and again. But one thing I did was I started breaking my finances up and living not in a cash lifestyle. I'm not a cash only guy, but I lived in my means. The joke is, a lot of times, do you pay him what he's worth? He won't work for that. And it's kind of an insulting thing when you put it that way. But I thought of those words in regards to America and our finances a lot. A lot of people, they want a new big screen TV, so they finance it. And finance it, years and years ago, different generations, you couldn't spend more than you make. In all these credit card companies, all these finances, you want a new car, finance it. Now, that being said, I have a car finance, but right now the interest rate is much higher in the bank than what I'm paying for my interest rate on my car loan. So, I'd rather have the money in the bank. I'm making more interest that way. But that being said, I think it had good intentions, and there is a point for it, business-wise and tax-wise. But most millionaires will tell you that financing a depreciating asset is terrible. So you're paying more than the car is worth, and it's losing value the whole time you're paying. That's why they have that gap insurance, because it's not going to be worth what you paid for. It's a depreciating asset. Other than COVID, the one weird time in the world. But you don't want to live above your means, be it the TV, be it anything else. And it's a delayed gratification. Again and again and again, we'll talk about delayed gratification. It takes time. So for me, I wish I would have started a little different and smaller. I could have got started a lot earlier. But my first $1 million I made, I saved, and I got a loan, and I had my own facility. Well, all my buddies were out on ranches going, hey, why don't you come out on the ranch and go into a rope and go into this? I got stuck with my own place. And it did become a bit of a prison, especially in the downturn. Like, I was so worried I didn't have enough horses. But I figured if I didn't have enough horses, then it was a prison, because I could move somewhere else. Because at this point, I had built friends with some of the most beautiful ranches in the world that I didn't have time to go see. So I started trying to take down those bars. But the first thing to wealth is get out of debt. I had no debt. Therefore, all the money and board that I was paying to somebody else, I got paid to me. So I showed some income so that I could get that first house. But it started with not having debt. It's the only way it could be, show it. So I urge you, step one, becoming a millionaire, get out of debt. I mean, some of these credit card companies, I looked at one of my credit cards, we pay them off every month, was 25%. And I have like an 880 FICO score. I have a really good FICO score. Again, it doesn't hurt me because I don't pay any interest on it. I pay it off every month. Now, I have used some of these 0% fees, but you got to look, because back in the day you could get 0%, but now they charge you like 3% to do these balance transfers. Back in the day, I had some that were 0%, no questions asked, for 12 months, 24 months. Well, I transferred that over and wiped out something that had a higher interest rate. Step one, get out of debt. If you don't have millions already, get out of debt. But then later on in another video, we'll talk about good debt versus bad debt. But step one, I love y'all. Anything I can do, I'll never ask you for money. I'm just doing this to help you on how I achieved my first few $1 million. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, like and subscribe. We'll talk to you later. See you later.